Hey everyone, okay, so today I'm going to show you how to take the fear out of eyeshadow application, and it's such a fun way of doing it. It's great for most eye shapes because it's easy to deal with the kind of aftermath, which is really what we're doing. With eyeshadow, it can be a very complicated process. If you take the fear out, there's nothing to worry about. So what I'm going to do is a very strong look, something fun and punchy. I'm going to use predominantly my tourmaline palette, which is this lovely palette full of kind of wine shades. So the first thing I want to do is just marginally extend the brow just a fraction, just a little tiny bit. So I'm going to take the first shade, which is the lighter shade, and I'm going to pop that onto the brow bone and then just blend that with my bird finger. Just blend that with the middle finger. Then I'm going to apply the same shade to the eyelid. Now, the reason I've got the lashes on is because with complicated eye shapes or eye shapes where there's lack of definition, using lashes first or mascara can go a big way to helping you achieve a look that you're going to be happy with. I've applied the lighter shades to the areas that I want to stand out. So next we're going to go in with a deeper shade into the crease of the eye and the outside corner. And you're going to do this freehand and you're going to make a mess, and I want you to. So I want you to start on the outside corner of the eye and just scribble it, and make sure that when you're doing this you have extended it past the tail of the brow. That's very important. Don't worry if it looks horrific. Hit the outside corner and just make sure that you're bringing it out. See? I've seen many a tutorial like this. And that's the finished look. So, outside corner, and then just kind of wing it in. That's it, that's all you need to do. Now you want to take a brush that has very little color on it, and I just want you to just very softly blend it. Blend the outside corners, blend the inside, and blend it up slightly as well, so that that transition from brow highlight to crease color is a bit more soft. Then just go in with one more pass. Starting at that outside corner, just wing it in. For those of you who are new to me, I use my finger here just to stabilize any skin from moving. Okay, blend it in. Don't worry about the mess, just blend it in. Blend, blend, blend. I'm using my number 5 brush, which is an excellent brush for hooded eyes because it takes a huge amount of space up, which means you're using less pressure and less movement. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a slightly deeper wine shade now, and I'm going to localize this on the outside portion of the eye. I'm just working it in to that outside corner and then just blending it again with my brush. One thing that's really worth pointing out here is this outside corner. You want to make sure that you have got every bit of skin on that outside corner. So even if it comes down onto the lower lid, make sure that you've hit that outside corner, that there's no spare skin showing. And then just bring it in slightly, and then take your trusty brush and just give it a bit of a wiggle. Bringing it in and out onto the lid. So we've lost some of that lid highlight now. So now might be a really nice time to just reintroduce a little bit to that inner corner. I always think the inner corner looks most beautiful when this area is highlighted. I personally prefer a light lid, but for this look, you know, we're going to do whatever we want. Now, what I want to do is also add just a touch of a kind of celestial gold, kind of right into the center and inner portion of the eye. I'm not going to go too hard with it. So I have decided that I want to just use a little bit more of that deep, deep wine on this outside corner. Now all you're going to do is take a wet wipe, something like this, and you're going to line it up with the outside corner of the eyelid to the tail of the brow. And it's very, very simple, but people can kind of go off. Generally speaking, because I want to make things simple, we're not going to join up that lower eyelid. So therefore, when I use the wet wipe, I can go at the actual base of the lash line. If I was going to join it up, I would want to save a little bit of space so that I connect it. I know that makes sense. So what I want you to do is just start from the outside corner and in one movement just sweep it up. You're going to need to reapply any foundation or concealer, but just look instantly. That has lifted the outside corner of your eye up. And 9 times out of 10, people are going to say to you, I want my eyes to look longer or upturned. And that's what we're doing. So I'm just going to, there you go. Now I'm going to tail off that outside corner here a little bit. Now what I need to do is now reapply any foundation or concealer to that under eye area. And you can use a brush for this or a sponge. I'm going to use a bit of both. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of foundation. And I want to show you something close up in a second. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of foundation. Now, a lot of people have discoloration on the outside corner of their eye, which is here. If you've done an application like this and then you've cleaned it up, right here will expose that discoloration and it can make the eyeshadow look off. And that isn't your goal. Your goal is to make it look beautiful. So you have to recover this discoloration. If you don't do that, you won't be happy with the overall result. And you're just taking a small amount of concealer and just knocking off that discoloration. Now, I realize this is a strong look. I completely understand that, and it's not to everyone's taste, but I've used it strong so that you can see the technique. And of course, you can do anything you want with the rest of this eye. It's entirely up to you. It doesn't have to be this strong. You can use a taupe, you can use a pink, it doesn't matter. It's the technique that you're looking to achieve here. By pulling up this outside corner, you're lifting that outside corner, and it takes the fear away from eyeshadow because you're able to make a mess and know that you can sharpen up those lines. I'm actually going to put a little bit more kind of gold here just for shits and giggles, because why not? It's just such a fun way of doing eyeshadow because you really can go to town and just say, oh, you know, as long as you're hitting the key areas, you can clean that up and have it look beautiful in seconds. And you've got this great sharp line here to add definition. But if you don't want that sharp line, you can blend it away. It's entirely up to you. But for me, it's just a really nice, effective way of getting a hard, strong, smoky eye, or a soft, subtle one if you pick different colors. It's entirely up to you. And then just blend it, clean it, and you're good to go. Thanks for watching. See you all soon. Bye-bye.